Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
I am McLovin.
This is Three is Company.
We're good streaking! Yeah!
Welcome into Three is Company. I am Q-Tip. Of course, we have Preston Poole and Kylie Osborne alongside with me. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Q-Tip47, at Preston Poole 405, and at Kylie Osborne. Of course, at Sports Animal is where you can find the live stream, whether that's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, my OnlyFans page, whichever one you want to subscribe. We're more than happy for you to watch. So
you have to pay for the last one.
I have a free one. This is the only thing that's free on it is the issue.
Yeah, you just got to get your sports takes out somewhere.
I do. And, so I want to make money doing it, and it's definitely not the Sports Animal. So I'm just messing around. So hopefully our boss doesn't hear that and fire me. But no, it's make sure and go check out our live stream. We are the only individual podcast on Sports Animal. We're the only thing streaming at you as well. So every single week. But let's start off with just getting in, seeing how Kylie is. Kylie, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I had a day off, which is always great. And I did some yard work, which is less great, but it's fun. Okay, wait, actually, I did just buy 3 little mini succulents. My friend told me that I had to name them, so I was going to ask you guys if you had name suggestions for them.
No.
I think you should name one Shay.
Okay, the same friend told me I should use top 3 projected NFL draft picks.
Okay, if you wanted to go Caleb Williams, you could, or you could name it Jackson for the quarterback.
Caleb Jackson.
And then
how about just naming one of them like Cactus or something like that?
Oh, that's creative.
Yeah. It's like naming a dog.
It would be.
Yeah.
It is creative because it's not a
Well,
cactus.
I didn't get a cactus. I can name my aloe plant cactus.
Yeah. It's like naming a dog cat.
It's like in the same ballpark, kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of ballparks, what do you guys think about the Oklahoma City baseball organization or club or whatever it is? What do you think of that name?
I think it's awesome. I love it. Yeah.
It doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah,
Well,
can you
yeah,
say it again? Because you kind of.
It's the Oklahoma City Baseball Club. I don't think it's supposed to just roll off the tongue. I think it's supposed to be there and be like, this is our name.
OKC Baseball Club, yeah. You could go like that.
It's just like the Washington football team. That name was awesome.
The baseball teams, though, are great when they're one word. Braves, Yankees, Cardinals, Dodgers,
Yeah,
But
you name all the biggest ball clubs of all time. Yeah.
Orioles. You don't have to just say Baltimore Orioles to say what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now we have to go Oklahoma City Baseball Club. Hey, what are you doing tonight? I'm going to the Oklahoma City Baseball Club game.
No, I'm
downtown.
going downtown for a baseball game. That's all you got to say, and people know where you're going.
And they'll be like, who's playing? Oh, it'd be like, it's the Chihuahuas versus the Oklahoma City Baseball Club.
Or
You
you can
can't
just
just
say
say
the
club.
baseball club. You can say the
You say
baseball club.
Or OKC. I mean,
Yeah.
It makes it sound like it's a club downtown.
Not to mention, it is actually. Yeah, they play at the ballpark. No, but it's like you just made me lose my train of thought right there. Just how dumb this conversation is.
How are you, Preston?
It's a good name though. I'm doing
It's
good.
not
I'm watching basketball right now.
I know there's a good basketball game on while we're recording. We'll get into some basketball here in a little bit and talk about the the weakest 1 seed of all time, right?
Yeah, that's what the streets are saying right now.
Yeah, that's what the streets are saying. Those people belong. They can just stay on the streets. But first, let's talk about the OU spring game coming up this weekend. So the OU has their spring game on what should be a rainy Saturday. So we'll see if they push it up, if there's any kind of scheduling change. It'll be interesting to see what they do there.
I feel like it's already too late for that. We're at Wednesday night. I haven't seen anything. I haven't been on Twitter for a while, so that could also be a thing. But I feel like at this point, if they were going to move it up to Friday night, that it would probably have already been done.
Yeah, you're right. No, people would be absolutely livid if they moved it tomorrow. I mean, it would be too much.
People are going to be pissed no matter what did you see that they were like?
First of all, if you're getting pissed at the timing of a spring game, get over yourself.
I mean, they may like bump it forward or backward on that day, but they can't change the day at this point.
Yeah, no. Just a little rain. That's it.
That's all it is.
Very conscious.
No, but people. Did you see people get pissed about the first game of the year get moved up to a Friday night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With what, 6 months advance notice? I mean, come on, people.
Yeah.
People are mad because they're like, my kids play that night. I'm supposed to decide between opening night and my kid's first game.
Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Sell your tickets, get the money back. It's not and plus you have 6 months plus. I don't know the exact timeline, but you got a lot of time to figure things out. And that is it's 0 week in high school football, so there's not a lot of teams that are playing on Friday night anyways. So most of them are playing on Thursday night that week.
I mean, people are gonna be pissed no matter what you do. You might as well just do whatever you want to do and just call it a day. If you want to change it tomorrow, or Friday, be like, hey, we're gonna play tonight. Get to normal. I mean, I'm okay with it.
What are your guys' overall thoughts on the idea of a spring game? Because I personally, I used to like it when I was younger. Now I don't care at all.
Go ahead, Kylie.
I mean, I think it's fun to go to as a fan. I don't really know how much it does as far as, predicting what's going to happen in the season
It
ahead.
does absolutely nothing at predicting what's going to
But
happen. Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy getting to go to a football game in the
Yeah.
spring. So I mean, that's about all I think it does at this point.
Yeah, and it is just. I mean, it's basically just glorified 7-on-7 at some points. I think it would be better if they
just want to see the young guys out there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And I
but
think it
even
would be.
still, I mean, it's not going to show too terribly much about how they're
Yeah.
going to,
Because I mean, they practice against each other year round, so they know what's coming.
yeah.
I think they should just do 7-on-7s. They should have 2 half-field 7-on-7s. Let all 4 quarterbacks play, and it should just be a gauntlet. And then the 2 winners of the 7-on-7s get to then play each other on the full football field.
I kind of like that idea. Yeah.
So
Keep the offensive linemen out of there because we already know they're banged up and they need bodies down there anyways.
yeah, you don't want to win
Keep
those.
them
big
out
men.
of it and
Yeah.
let the wide receivers and defensive backs and I guess you could have running back as well plus the quarterback get after it.
And a couple linebackers. Yeah, no, it's a good recruiting tool. And so with that, I like it, just because it's something that recruits can see, get them on campus, show them what it's like. And then it's kind of something like, look how many people we have show up for a scrimmage,
Yeah.
Imagine what it looks like here on Saturdays. So I like it. And plus you go out there, you start drinking with your buddies, and you plan all of your summer activities right there in April. So you're like, all right.
I have done that before. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Going to the game?
Huh?
Are you guys going to the game?
No, we'll be working. We'll be at the
Yeah.
radio station.
We don't get to enjoy anything. Yeah, we have to work. So
The benefits of not
Not that I would be going anyways. If they keep it Saturday, I would not be going anyways because I don't feel like messing with the rain. I can just watch it on TV.
that's fair.
Is it supposed to rain that hard? I know it was supposed to rain, but is it supposed to
I don't know
do
about
the Norman storm moment?
yeah, I don't think like thunderstorms or anything like that, but it's gonna be like pretty chilly and rainy and all that.
Yeah,
so.
that's fine. That's doable.
I mean, you don't have any cover out there in certain seats, so I would just watch the game under the awning or something. However you could find some cover is all.
Campus Corner should provide enough cover.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you drink enough, you're not going to feel the rain anyway. So yeah.
I feel good.
All right, but now the spring game's coming up this weekend. It'll be interesting to watch the young guys. It'll be interesting to just see the new offenses, how much they're actually going to show us. In Jackson Arnold, of course, getting more and more comfortable in the offense. So spring game coming up this weekend for Oklahoma State. They don't have a spring game. Mike Gundy doesn't believe in spring games.
Well, they're doing stadium renovations, so they couldn't do anything in Boone Pickens
No?
right now anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's not like there's a football field in Edmond, or that's Stillwater
Okay,
High.
you say that, but the first they
Go to
do
UCO or
that.
something.
Yeah, they do that, and then OU fans will be on them for years.
Okay, and
about
I think OU should host their spring game. Just be like, here, take the stadium.
No,
for a second.
OSU fans would rather die than see that happen. They would rather die than see that
Hey,
happen.
no, they called off Bedlam. At least they can do is offer up the stadium. Hey,
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, OU fans and OSU fans are going to clown on each other anyways. The game got moved to Friday night, and I saw more OSU fans going, I thought only Division II teams
Oh,
played
yeah.
on Friday nights, So I think if you're like, it would surprise me even next year after the renovations are done if he has a spring game. Because he didn't have a spring game 2 years ago when there were renovations going on as well.
Yeah.
And he could have used half the field. So, no, I think spring games are dead in Stillwater, at least until the coach leaves.
I don't think that's a big issue, anyways.
No, he doesn't use them anyways. Let's be honest, the recruiting budget isn't the highest in Stillwater, so it's not like they need him. But let's go to the NBA. So the NBA play-in games are going on right now. And last night, the Lakers and the Pelicans played each other. It was a very, very good game. And then Zion gets hurt with, 2 or 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I think it was 3 minutes left, yeah.
Yeah, had 40 points with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Hurts his hamstring, is out for tomorrow's play-in game. Because
he's out for 2 weeks.
Oh, is it
even
2
if they
weeks?
do win, he's out for probably the first-round series against the Thunder if they win.
That's great. So spoiler, the Pelicans lose. The Lakers are going to be the 7th seed and play the Nuggets. Pelicans then are going to play the Kings in what was a blowout from the Kings and Warriors. So I wanted to talk about this just for a second. Is the Warriors dynasty done? I mean, are they going to blow it up? Is Clay gone? Is Draymond gone? I don't think they could get rid of Steph, right? I think they would have to. I mean, they would have to tell Warriors fans. The Warriors fans would rather get punched in the face than lose Steph Curry.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would lose Steph, but I could see Klay Thompson and maybe even Draymond Green being traded from that team.
No, obviously I think that's a possibility. I guess it just depends if the organization still thinks they can win with those guys. And look, the record they had this year would have been one of the better records in last year's Western Conference, right? The West was just crazy good this year. So I don't know if that's just like just because we weren't able to make it into the playoffs on a very good year for the Western Conference, just go ahead and ship everyone off and be done with it, or if they just give it one more ride and see. But I think the West is going to be just as tough, probably if not tougher next year. So
yeah, that it really goes back to that James Wiseman pick when they had the number 2 overall pick.
They tanked when everyone got hurt. They got the second pick, yeah,
and then they just flopped on it. I mean, because they've had really good picks. They had the kid out of Indiana that is really good with the 57th overall pick. They had I don't remember the guy's name from they picked at 18. That was a really good rookie this year.
Is it Padinsky or something like that?
Yeah, he's out of Santa Clara. I just don't know I just don't know his name. So the Warriors, I think Klay Thompson's run is over as a Warrior. I think that Klay will be they're going to try to trade him. They're going to try to use the name value and try to get something back, maybe a draft pick, maybe a lottery pick. Because there's a team, I think the Warriors don't own their first-round pick this year. It's another team that owns their first-round pick, but their pick is top 3 protected.
Might be the Nets.
Is it the Nets? I thought it was the Nugget, not the Nugget, the Rockets, but it could be the Nets. But yeah, so I don't know. It's going to be. It's going to be interesting to see what they do if they try to get a lottery pick, if they go try to get a big name. This past offseason, they traded for Chris Paul, and that didn't really work out, which I think a lot of people could see that coming. But, do they try to also – I don't know what Chris Paul's contract looks like, but do they try to take Chris Paul and ship him somewhere? Do they try to take Klay, ship him somewhere, try to get all the assets they can and make one last run with Steph Curry? Because it will suck to see Steph Curry go out the same way Kobe Bryant did with a really, really bad team.
Yeah, and it is what it is, right? He won a lot, anyways. I won't be too sad for him.
You know how much of a Steph Curry fan I am. I would,
and I'm probably the opposite. He's the cause of a lot of my pain back in 2015, 2016.
Oh yeah, it's Steph Curry that cost the Thunder a ring, not some snake leaving. Right?
Back then he was literally making it seemed like he shot 100% from the field every single game.
Yeah, because he was him, and that was so great. You got to appreciate greatness,
I called him other names, like jerk, mean, stuff like that.
Yeah, I get that. I understand.
Yeah.
You're a hater. It's fine. No, but so the Kings Pelicans play tomorrow night, or I guess Friday.
They play
night.
Friday night. Yeah, both
Friday
of the 8 seed games are on Friday,
which is tomorrow night. I mean, by the time we're listening to this, so Friday night, 8:30. Winner of that will then take on the Oklahoma City Thunder, who earned the number 1 overall seed and play at 8. And the reward is playing the latest game on TNT. So really, you know what? Let's just start here. Okay, let's start here for a second. Really, the ESPN and all of these national media members are bashing on the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're the weakest 1 seed of all time. They're too young to do anything. Do the Lakers lose on purpose to then go play the Oklahoma City Thunder as the 8th seed so they can have an easy route? The Dallas Mavericks have the easiest route to a ring. All they have to do is beat the Clippers. They can easily pass the Thunder. And then what do? They give them the last game on Sunday night. Okay? So I really, really hope that the Oklahoma City Thunder, which I hope it's the Kings, and the Kings can't hold the Thunder's jock. Okay? And what's going to happen is there's going to be a sweep. All right? And then all those ESPN douchebags are going to have to sit there and look at the camera and go, we were wrong. And then
they'll just say, well, they're going to lose to Dallas in the second round.
Those ESPN executives are going to go, why are we putting this team as the last game of the night whenever they're the best team in the West? Why? Why would we do that? How dumb do we have to be to keep doing this to the best young team maybe of all time? But no. Let the hate grow, okay? Let the hate grow. With Oklahoma City, we've been doubted before. We have been hated on before. You know what we do? We get our stuff together, okay? And we go out there and we kick some ass, all right? Kobe Bryant and the Lakers shipped him off to retirement. See you later. Goodbye. Didn't make the playoffs again, okay? So that's what's going to happen if we come across Paul George, if we come across Kawhi Leonard. We're going to take those 2 old-washed superstars in the second round, and we're going to ship them off to Toronto again, all right? Have fun in the East, because the West is done.
What about Luka and Kyrie?
Kyrie Irving. I tell you what, why don't you just sail right off the world? Okay, take your boat and just go west and fall off. All right. So and we can go back to smoking cigs during the off season, because there's no way this man, he's gonna have to go to the East. It's too tough in the West. Too tough in the West.
That's going to be the start to the championship montage right there.
That's
too tough in the West.
Yeah, have fun in the East.
We get
buddy.
that on shirts when we jump in the river.
Yeah, it's.
So if they make it to the finals, is that when we approach the mayor with our requests? That way we don't get arrested.
I'm getting arrested. We're dyeing it blue and we're jumping in. Okay,
it's going to take a lot of dye.
Better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I'd rather not end up in jail.
Not if you get sued by like some environmentalist foundation or something.
There's no fish in there. There's no fish in that river. We're good.
Oh, I don't even know where it goes.
The canal?
Yeah. Where does it end? Like, where does it put the water?
It ends down by Bass Pro. There's like a cowboy statue out there, I think is where it ends.
They drain it and pull lime scooters out.
They dye the Chicago River into the Great Lakes every year. We're so fine.
Yeah, the issue is the amount of dye that it takes to do that, and where do you secure that from? You know, you gotta think of the logistics.
Preston, we work for the Sports Animal. We got some connections. We can do this, okay?
All right.
Didn't you just say you needed the funds?
They can't arrest us all. All right.
You just better hope you're faster than me, I guess.
We don't. Each other. We just got to be faster than the last guy that gets out of the canal. Okay, the last guy out of the canal is arrested. Sorry about you. We need somebody. We need somebody with a very good lawyer to take the ball. Okay, it's not us. Not us.
I might be the slowest, but I'm not going to be the fall guy.
It's driving me insane, the disrespect that Oklahoma City is getting, because everybody's saying the West is as tough. The West is as tough as it's ever been. Any team in the West could go to the East and probably win the thing, right? But then they see the number 1 seed on probably the best Western Conference in a very long time, if not ever, and they disrespect them. I mean, the Oklahoma City Thunder didn't just happen to fall into the number 1 seed. Okay, they went out and they beat all of these teams. They went out and they beat all of these superstars. Nikola Jokic played against the Oklahoma City Thunder. LeBron James played against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Luka Doncic played against the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well, twice.
Yeah. Victor Wembanyama played against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, all of these guys played against the Thunder, and all of them fell. All right, so I think what happened. No. I tell you what, Preston, go ahead, and I'll tell you what I think would happen.
I agree. Just seeing that clip from Shannon Sharp, and then hearing him argue with Stephen A. and Brian Windhorst, who both of them were on Oklahoma City's side, saying that they are a good team. Shea's a good player. But yeah, I just don't get it either. Now, look, I don't think they're going to win the championship, right? But to sit here and say that the weakest one seed ever is dumb when you go ahead and say that this is the best Western Conference ever. It's like something's got to change there, because are they the weakest one seed, or are they in the best conference in basketball since forever?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And what I was going to say is I think they listened to you in the off season. That's the issue. So Preston Poole was just, he led the Thunder hate club in the offseason. He was like, I told him, I said, they're a playing team, Preston. You think they're going to get worse? And he said, yes. I said
they'd have around the same record, and I was wrong.
Yeah. So all I'm saying, Preston, is you're going to be the fall guy now. Now that we're sitting here thinking about it logically, you should be the fall guy. Okay?
Oh, it was my idea to jump into the river, so I am not being arrested for that.
No, it does. It drives me insane how it's the toughest Western Conference ever, but yet the Oklahoma City Thunder are the weakest one seed of all time. I mean, do we I read a tweet, I forget who it was from, so I apologize, can't give credit, but are we forgetting about the Milwaukee Bucks as the number one seed last year, losing in 5 games?
To a Heat team that had to win 2 games in the play-in tournament, and they lost to the Bucks got beat by him in the first round.
Yeah. So it's crazy, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun when the Oklahoma City Thunder beat whoever it is in the first round. Because what's even more disrespectful is that on Wednesday night, whenever the Oklahoma City Thunder play again, they are again the 8:30 game. And I get it, like Boston is the team that you're having to compete against, but whoever the 8 seed's gonna be coming out of the East, there's no way they can hold up with Boston. Yeah. Okay, so I guess it really kind of depends on which blowout you want to see. But at some point you got to flip them. You got to give Oklahoma City the 6:00 game and make Boston play the 8:30 game.
Well, they're not going to do that.
East Coast. Yeah, I get their East Coast, but damn it, we're Central Time. Okay, that game's not going to end until 11:30 midnight our time. So how is it fair that we have to deal with 11:30 midnight and Boston gets to go home at 8:30?
I have to work it, so I'm not saying it's fair. I just know that they're not going to make an Eastern Conference team play at 8:30 at night. That just doesn't make any sense.
Revisit the schedule. Okay, let's do 2 Western Conference teams.
If 8:30 is the latest we got to start during the playoffs, I am cool with that. As long as it's not a 9:30 tip, I am cool with it.
Clippers. Play the Clippers. I'm so sick of the national media just not watching any Thunder basketball all year long and just talking out their ass. So
well, and there are some out there that have and do stick up for the Thunder. So it should be interesting. I know I heard earlier that Shea's made a little bit of a climb in the MVP voting. I still don't know if that's enough for him to win, but if I looked at the odds, I'd probably be able to say a little bit better. But moved up a little bit. I know Stephen A. has been a big advocate of him being the MVP. I heard him on First Take today say it is First Take, right?
Yeah,
Stephen. Okay, I heard him say that today. So, I think the playoffs are going to be very interesting.
It will be very interesting. Hold on, I was trying to see if there was futures here, but I can't find the MVP race. Yeah,
I know the Thunder are around plus 15, plus 1,600 to win the championship, somewhere in there. So,
yeah, so just looking at the series, it looks like the Clippers are favored in the series. The Clippers are favored over the Mavs. The Suns are favored over the Timberwolves, and then of course the Nuggets are favored over for the Lakers, and of course the Thunder series hasn't come out. The Pacers and Bucks are actually pretty even, and the Cavaliers are favored over the Magic. If you're just looking at odds.
And you know, if say the Lakers had lost last night, I'm not too sure if the Lakers win that second game to be the 8th seed. If the Lakers aren't favored over the Thunder in that first round series, just by the way that some of these people have been talking.
By the way, I was looking at these, looking at some odds here, because I'm trying to find these MVP odds. Klay Thompson's next team, if not Golden State, it goes Orlando Magic, the San Antonio Spurs, and then the Oklahoma City Thunder.
That'd be. I mean, I don't think that would be a good thing.
Could you imagine after what Game 6 was like in Oklahoma City?
Oh,
Klay Thompson came to Oklahoma City. If he wins a ring, it's all good.
Yeah,
that's the thing. He wins a ring, it's fine.
But the thing is, he's just declined. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, he had been playing good, but he's just declined.
Yeah,
the last couple of years, he's not shooting that over 40% behind the arc anymore. He's probably like maybe right at it or below, which is still good, but it's not like his final form that he was in.
Yeah, I know. Klay Thompson, at the end of his career, Klay Thompson is going to have an argument for the best two of all time.
I mean, he probably scored thousands of points without dribbling the ball.
Yeah, like Scottie Pippen,
catch it, shoot it.
Scottie Pippen comes up to be probably the greatest number 2 of all time behind Michael Jordan. But man, Klay Thompson, there's no Warriors dynasty without Klay Thompson. That's 100% a fact. So, because he not only was he a killer shooter and he could drop 60 on you, he also guarded the best player on every team and would shut him down. So yeah, it's Klay Thompson. It's going to be interesting to see where he lands. But let's talk about these playoff series just for a few minutes here.
By the way, Philadelphia beats Miami.
I know. And,
105-104.
And Joel Embiid scores 23 points, but I needed him to score 24. So really, really appreciate that.
That's how that always works, man.
So Philadelphia will play the New York Knicks. That game will be Saturday at 5 o'clock on ESPN. And that's going to be a very interesting series because there's really nobody on the Knicks that can guard Joel Embiid. Like Julius Randle, he's going to be the guy that gets the assignment.
Is he back though?
Oh no, he's not back. You're right. So it's going to be Hardenstein that gets the assignment on Joel Embiid. So I think Philadelphia wins that series against the New York Knicks, and Joel Embiid's going to be hated by all of New York. Which is
had Julius Randle been healthy going into the playoffs, I think the Knicks are the second best team in the Eastern Conference. That being said, if they get Joel Embiid back to like 100%, I think that the Sixers are probably the only team that can compete with Boston in the Eastern Conference.
Well, they'll have to. Boston won't see them until the Eastern Conference Finals because they will. They'll be on the opposite sides of the bracket.
Yeah.
But the Milwaukee Bucks play the Indiana Pacers on the Eastern side.
And they better watch out.
Yeah, Indiana's dangerous.
Watch out. Yeah, I mean they can score better than anyone in the NBA almost. Tyrese Halliburton is a baller. They better watch out. If they're not, Doc Rivers isn't careful when it comes to his coaching decisions, they could end up losing in the first round again.
I could see that going 6 or 7 games and it being a very good series. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Giannis if Milwaukee does lose. But
yeah, I forgot he's not even going to be with the team for the first few games. I forgot about that.
So, and then to round out the Eastern Conference playoffs, the Cleveland Cavaliers play the Orlando Magic. This is going to be a very, very good series. Paulo Banchero has really flown under the radar as, one of the best young players in all of the NBA. I mean, he's led
because he's stuck in Orlando.
Yeah, let's say he's led Orlando to the 5 seed after on a sophomore year,
and they really, they could have gotten up to the 2 seed if they had won a few games in there.
So that'll be a really good series because I really like Cleveland. I was a big Cleveland Cav fan last year, and they let me down. It'll be interesting to see if Evan Mobley, especially after the comment of saying the lights were too bright, what happens with him because he needs to step up, or he could be on the trade block because Cleveland's not gonna be able to do anything with him.
Yeah, That's one of the series that I probably won't watch a single game of.
Okay, fair enough. I'll probably be locked into that one. And then going into the West, the Denver Nuggets played the Los Angeles Lakers. Man, I mean, it depends on the health of AD, right? If Anthony Davis stays healthy all 7 games, if he plays 30 minutes, and he really gives Nikola Jokic a run for his money, this could be a very good series because I don't think there's a big man in the NBA that can probably give Nikola Jokic a more of a run for his money than Anthony Davis. Yeah. So if he stays healthy, that's a big if. This could be a very interesting series. Now, I say that, and the Nuggets swept the Lakers last year in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But I still I think if there was an evenly matched, team, because the Lakers have LeBron James, so they're obviously going to be they're going to be better if you just look at the star power. I think it's right here because you have Aaron Gordon to go up against LeBron James, and then you have Anthony Davis to go up against Nikola Jokic. So it's going to be an interesting chess match that goes on there.
Sorry, I was reading a message here. Yeah, I think that I think the Nuggets probably win that one. They're the better team. I think they're the best team in the West when they're 100% healthy. Now we'll see what kind of magic the Lakers work, right? Because they did the same thing last year, made it from the play-in tournament all the way to the Western Conference Finals. I don't think that's going to happen this year. But you never know with LeBron, especially. He's just been playing so good for how old he is. He's almost 40 and he's still out there balling. Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see that series. And then the Timberwolves, Phoenix Suns. You talk about an interesting series. So you want to talk about a young team that might be overmatched in the first round. Everybody points at the Oklahoma City Thunder and they circle that team. It might be the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Phoenix Suns have found their gear. They're playing their best basketball of the year, and they have 3 of the best players in the world on their team. I understand their depth isn't crazy, but they have just enough of it that if everybody stays healthy and, they don't have to play, they don't have to play a couple overtime games or anything, and they don't get too winded, the Phoenix Suns can make a run to the finals. I'm with Kevin Durant.
I'm not a believer at all.
Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Grayson Allen plays really good defense. They have what's the big man? It's a V. Is it Valen? It's not Valanciunas.
Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, Nurkic. Okay, I was about to say I know it's one of those European centers that is just a mountain of a man. He does what he's supposed to do. But the
issue is you just named off their whole team because they ain't got no one else after that.
You're right,
those guys.
But there's not a better starting 5 in all of the NBA.
I
don't know. Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. It's hard to find a better starting 5.
Bradley Beal hurt. Kevin Durant old. Devin Booker is still good.
Yeah. Bradley Beal's not hurt right now.
Well, Kevin it's Durant only a matter of time because the dude's been nothing but hurt this year.
And then the last series is going to be a very interesting one. I know, especially for Preston's household, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Dallas Mavericks play each other. You want to talk about what will be a really fun series. This feels like when the Dallas Mavericks played the Phoenix Suns inside the bubble and, they kind of disrespected Luka and he went off. I could see the same thing happening to Luka and the Dallas Mavericks with the Los Angeles Clippers. But the LA Clippers, man, they got to find their groove. That's the issue, right? They came out of the All-Star break. They were into the All-Star break, one of the hottest teams, and then they get thumped by the Oklahoma City Thunder and really just kind of spiral.
Kawhi's been out here and there due to injuries with the back and all that. I still think with a healthy Kawhi, the Clippers are very good. I know I'm in the minority when it comes to, I think the Mavericks are a little overhyped in my opinion. If you just look at some of the numbers behind their surge at the end of the season, right? Yeah. It's a little inflated by under 500 teams, but that's neither here nor there. I think that I think that one goes 7. I think the Mavs win, but I think the Clippers give them all that they can take.
Okay. All right. I think it'll be that series will be a lot of fun. And I know it'll be a lot of fun in your household, Preston.
Yeah, no, my buddy was over here. That's the Mavs fan. We were watching UFC 300 and it was like, I don't know, fights ended at like 1 a.m. because it just took longer than it normally does.
Yeah.
And by 2 a.m., we were just screaming at each other about the Thunder and the Mavericks in my living room. So
Those are the best nights. Those are the best
yeah,
nights.
I mean, like literally screaming at each other.
Yeah, those. I mean, I've told you guys about the time that I was at the bar and just got into it with a couple of Boston guys
Yeah.
because one of them was a Tom Brady hater and one was a Tom Brady truther, and I was like, you're telling me, I was like, you're telling me. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. No, so the odds to win the Western Conference just right now, currently, Denver Nuggets at plus 145, and everybody else is 600 or greater. That tells you how favored the Denver Nuggets are. In the West, the Oklahoma City Thunder are second at plus 600. The Mavericks are at plus 625. The Clippers are 650. The Los Angeles Lakers, on teams that are actually in, of course, are last.
So that's changed since I looked at him yesterday, because I saw a Thunder on a couple sites at like plus 14, plus 1500.
This is just to win the West.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought you said the title.
No, I can't find the title odds. This BetOnline's not showing me the title odds right now. So yeah. So this is what I'm seeing just to win the West.
Yeah,
I can find the title.
I know.
odds.
I was on BetOnline yesterday and saw that it was 14 or no 1500 because the Mavericks were 1600 to win it.
Apparently, too many people bet the title, so they took it off.
Yeah.
So no, it'll be a really fun playoff series. Of course, you know, me and Preston are going to be the most locked in people that you'll ever meet on Thunder basketball because we've worked the broadcasts. So if you're ever curious on if you're listening to the English or the Spanish broadcast, who's hitting the buttons, you're looking at the two guys here that hit the buttons. The face behind the board.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now they know.
Glad
they do a great job. They kill it.
Yeah.
Sometimes. I was playing. I said it was my flu game the other day. I had a cut on my finger from moving a couch, and it still hurt a little bit. So that was my flu game the other day.
You've had a couple of flu games.
producing.
You've had a couple of games where you've had the flu.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You just got to power through and then get some sleep.
No, I get it. I mean, I came to work with a broken freaking ankle. You know what I mean? to rip off the great Kurt Angle. No, but it'll be a great playoff series. It'll be a great playoff NBA playoffs. We're excited to see it. We'll make sure and recap the OU spring game. Kylie, are you going to be at the spring game? I guess we never asked you that. We never returned the favor in asking you the question.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Take a poncho
You know,
or an umbrella.
I don't know if you can actually bring umbrellas to the game, to be
That is
honest.
true.
So I think poncho it is.
Get you a trash bag and just cut a hole in the top. I've seen a few of those.
I've
out there
worn way
before.
too many trash bags on OU campus before. I'm not gonna lie. When you need like a poncho, it's the best go-to.
That's fair. That's fair. I thought we were about to get a whole different story, but
No. What? Oh no, no.
yeah, we don't want to go there. We don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But that'll do it for us. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter at Sports Animals, where you can catch out our live stream. At Kylie Osborne, at Preston Pool 405, at QTip47 is where you can find our personal Twitters. We'd love to hear from you. Anything you want us to talk about, any questions, any comments, any concerns, just give us some feedback. We'll roll with it, whether it's great feedback or bad feedback. We enjoy both of them. We like to laugh and we like to make fun of you. So that's what we'll do with the bad feedback. No, but make sure and follow us on Twitter.